you're just dying for something there, right? Like it's for somebody who can make plays.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see there. So, really good there. And then you got Boutte, and again, I know we retweeted from our Patriots account a clip that you had put up of Boutte when they, that was pre-draft, right?
Yeah,
when you were just looking at him in April, and caught a slant, took it to the house, and that's what he did here. Just boom, got it and gone. Looked great there. 42-yard TD catch, added another one there. Also involved. This is a guy who, just in terms of camp, maybe started a tad slow and then really started to put some days together as we got into like week 2 and week 3, and now is starting to look also like someone who, let's not overdo it and say like, oh, you're going to throw him right in there and he's going to be something right away, but he is now starting to look like someone who I don't think the Patriots can slide to a practice squad anymore.
Definitely not.
And so that I think that's out the window. I think your 6 receivers or 5 and you got to get creative.
Yeah, because I mean the thing about this roster is the older guys aren't super explosive. Like Devontae Parker can win deep, but he's not like catching the ball and then running in for a touchdown the way you'd expect from like a Tyquan Thornton. DeMario gives you that more as like a slot guy. You can put him outside, but you don't want him to live outside. He's probably going to be there like 25, 30% of the time. Kayshon Boutte is more that Z where, you don't really want him at X unless it's against certain matchups where you're confident that he could beat somebody in press. But is that Z where sometimes you get a little more cushion, make his life a little easier in terms of not having to deal with that tight coverage. He can win, especially against off coverage. And the slant, as soon as I saw him catch that slant and run it in, I was like, this is literally the play where he beat Emmanuel Forbes, who was taken before Christian Gonzalez. Need I remind everyone? Like Kayshon Boutte's got that explosiveness, not necessarily downfield. You're not going to see him win on fades or, he's not a burner by any means. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he's got that Kendrick Bourne effect where he just hits a different gear than he does when he doesn't have it in his hands, and he can run away from a secondary. Now, I will say the safety took a terrible angle when he was coming up to tackle, which made it a little bit easier. But at the same time, you saw that juice, and like you said, the issue with Boutte has more been that he hasn't been consistent. It's like you see him make a couple great catches, but it's not the same way where DeMario, if he's on the field, you probably know he's going to make a good play. Sometimes Boutte's really quiet, but when you hear his name, it's usually because he's doing something nuts. So you're going to have to be more patient with him, but he's a guy that I would love to see work in the system, gain confidence, because I think next year, obviously Kendrick Bourne's a free agent. Juju's probably going to be here, but I really think if you get Boutte and DeMario year 2 in this system, the complement with Devontae Parker, that's a really, really fun offense. I think Kendrick Bourne is going to be a guy who steps up and really is a solid wide receiver 2, 3-ish for them. But yeah, Boutte, just a really exciting player. And he's in a good position where he doesn't have to be the guy early on. He can be the 5th receiver on the depth chart, even if that is jumping Tyquan Thornton. And you mix him in sometimes, let him succeed in a position where he does his thing, like on those slants, on some screens where he can work in space, and just see what you got. It was exciting, man. Again, you want to see more consistency from him, but the flashes are awesome.
Yeah, and again, it's because this isn't, this is, you and I have sparred over this before. I'll just be dead honest about it. It's because the Patriots receivers are so uninspiring, it's fine. Like guys who can't beat you deep and who can't really separate and, are pros and can get some contested balls or, maybe are good, after the catch or blah, blah, blah. It's just playmakers. You need playmakers. And so if you see guys make plays like Douglas has throughout camp and then Boutte did tonight, that gets you a little bit excited. So, you think any Patriots fan out there would be super bummed out if those two guys, rose up the depth chart and started eating away at the playing time of the? No, not at all.
Those are Bob.
Be thrilled, and so I think that's what people want to see. It's somebody come save us, because again, we'll go back to it. I mean, yes, if the Patriots hit here with these receivers, great. They got away with it, but the Patriots absolutely should have addressed tackle and receiver early in the draft because they're big, glaring, gaping needs on this team. So if they get away with it here and they found 2 gems late in the draft, great.
CLNS Media Network is powered by FanFanduel Sportsbook. Visit FanDuel.com/Boston and start earning bonus bets when you bet on a Super Bowl winner. You can get bonus bets every time they win in the regular season.